Barnacles and algae grow on the bottom of marine vessels, causing the boat to weigh more. This slows down the boat and adds a load to the engine. For this reason, boat owners apply anti-fouling paint, a toxic copper-based paint, in order to reduce the growth of barnacles and algae. The toxic paints are an issue that people in Marina del Rey are dealing with right now. Water quality officials say there are several toxic substances in the harbor, but copper from boats is the main culprit. State biologists say that below the surface of the water, pollution problems have been brewing for decades, a buildup of copper, DDT, and PCBs. Samuel Unger is with the California Regional Water Quality Control Board. He says the state is looking at a handful of plans to clean up the marina, some of which would remove pollution by dredging the entire harbor and restricting boat paints that contain copper biocides, the chemical that keeps algae and barnacles from coating the hulls of these boats.
The boats are leaching copper into the waters of Marina del Rey.
We have to strip every boat here and put non-toxic bottom paint on the bottom using the Water Board's own estimate at $8,000 a boat times 5,000 boats, that's $40 million. Right now, I can say that there are no viable non-pesticide bottom paints available for Marina del Rey, period.
A dredging cleanup is estimated to take 10 years. As you can see, anti-fouling paint has many negative qualities. This costly paint does not work very well when in still water. The paint has to be reapplied very often, and if not, the boat will continue to slow down and add an additional load to the engine. This causes the boat owner to use more fuel. Most importantly, the paint works by releasing toxic chemicals into the water, contaminating the entire marine environment around it. It is for this reason that I have come up with an eco-friendly, cost-effective, and easy-to-apply system that will prevent marine growth just as well, in fact better, without all the negative aspects of anti-fouling paint. This method uses a speaker called the piezoelectric speaker, which emits ultrasonic waves. Ultrasonic waves are sound waves that are above our human hearing range. The average human hearing range is from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Ultrasonic sounds are anything above that. The piezoelectric speaker emits ultrasonic sounds which prevents barnacle growth. But how are the speakers applied and used on the hull of the boat? A 2-year study was done in order to perfect this method. In the first-year study, 3 waveforms were tested, and it was determined that the waveform consisting of the scanning frequency of 30,000 Hz to 40,000 Hz inhibited the most marine growth. This frequency is being generated by this CPU, which is executing the program I coded. So, in this second-year study, this effective waveform consisting of the scanning frequency was used for 3 different arrangements of piezoelectric speakers. The 3 different arrangements of ultrasonic speakers were tested. Each arrangement had a total cost of $15. The first arrangement had 15 small piezoelectric speakers, each one costing $1. The second arrangement had 3 medium-sized speakers, each one costing $5. The third and final arrangement had 1 large piezoelectric speaker, which cost $15. This is a CPU that was used for both years of the study. The CPU needed to execute at least 3 programs simultaneously to provide the 3 waveforms needed for this experiment. This year, an amplifier was added to the experiment to make sure all of the speaker arrangements were emitting the same amount of power. The main function starts each of the 3 CPUs, cogs. Each CPU will run one of the 3 functions. Each function will produce one of the 3 waveforms. Waveform 1 is a scanning frequency of 30,000 Hz to 40,000 Hz. Waveform 2 is a fixed frequency of 30,000 Hz. Waveform 3 is a fixed frequency of 40,000 Hz. In year 1, all 3 frequency programs were used. However, in the year 2 study, The only frequency program that was used was the 30,000 to 40,000 Hz program. Reduce scanning frequency ultrasonic waveform. Output signal on GPIO 20 with a frequency varying from 30,000 Hz to 40,000 Hz at steps of 1,000 Hz, each step lasting 200 milliseconds. Do it forever in a loop. The high frequency function. Produce high frequency ultrasonic waveform. Output signal on GPIO 21 with a frequency of 40,000 Hz. Do it forever in a loop. The low frequency function. Produce low frequency ultrasonic waveform output signal on GPIO 22 with a frequency of 30,000 Hz. Do it forever in a loop. Here's a quick demonstration on how barnacles are affected by the ultrasonic waves. This is an ultrasonic cleaner. The specimen were weighed and submerged in the water for a 2-month period. At the end of the 2 months, the specimen were removed and weighed again. The delta in the weight from the insertion of the tiles to the extraction of the tiles was noted and analyzed. Statistical analysis was conducted in order to establish viability of the results. This experiment showed that ultrasonic waves are an effective and safe way to reduce barnacle growth, and that the arrangement of the piezoelectric speaker is pretty much insignificant. However, the sizes used do allow for more flexibility in using this product on existing boats and docks as well as those being manufactured now. Applications that may benefit from the results of this experiment can include a reduction of the use of harmful chemicals currently used to control the growth of marine growth on marine vessels. This system can also be used by boat builders and marinas. With this information, we can truly help reduce the harmful effects that toxic paints have on the environment and marine life. Any improvement in chemical reduction in our ocean water will result in a greener, more environmentally friendly choice, as well as make our food supply from the oceans safer for consumption. Thank you for spending this time with me and learning about what you can do as a consumer, boat owner, and as a society to help alleviate this global health issue. This is IsabelaPerdomo signing off.